darlings. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's just get straight into it, okay? Let's see. We have Eva and Candy. Eva and Candy are talking. And they're just talking about Portia. Eva is feeling some kind of way that Portia, I guess, called her out or whatever. Doing the whole thing of calling her out in front of the girls, saying that at Tanya's house, saying that Eva, you said something, about Cynthia, and she did. She was being shady towards Cynthia when Portia and Eva worked out. This was like the first or second episode of this season. And, like I said, like many of us said, Eva, you being shady to Cynthia is going to get back to Cynthia one way or another. Like, first of all, these girls don't know you to trust you. Second of all, this is a part of the show. And third of all, like, why do you automatically feel so comfortable shading somebody that hasn't came for you? Cynthia still, really, to this day, hasn't said nothing bad about you. So I'm just like, why are you so... Where's that coming from, sis, dear? But hey, I mean, I get it, Eva is a vet at this reality show game, and, so, I mean, it is what it is. Storylines, let's throw a little shade in there, get a little mess going, whoop to whoop. But the only thing that is annoying is what Eva, you try to sit back and act like we did nothing. Hey, Eva, we see the show. Like, we see the show, sis, like... We see the show. You don't remember you was on the show? You don't remember what you said? Just be like, my God. Now, to be fair, everybody talk about everybody. To be fair, that's true tea. But I'm just saying, it's just like my God. Okay. What else is going on? Candy says to Eva. Excuse me. Eva says to Candy that she don't want to let Eva the diva out. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that Eva, ain't nobody scared of Eva the diva coming out. What you gonna do? Beat them up. So yeah, Candy, she says that she don't really know where her and Portia stands. I mean, it's just always something. Like, we haven't talked about nothing. I just don't really know what to do when it comes to that whole situation. It's just very much like, I don't know, it's just awkward. I guess we could just be fake, like we always see fake. So moving on from that, Portia had a scene with Nene. Nene came over to see how she was doing. Portia saying she'd been sleeping in the makeup, child. She ain't had time to take the makeup off. She been tired and all that kind of stuff. But first trimester situations. And Portia Nene was just like, child, but you just in the first trimester. What's gonna happen when you get in 6, 7, 8 months, sis, 9 months? What you gonna do then, child? You gonna stop bathing? I screamed. I was like, Nene, that was just a mess. Portia's so excited about the baby. She put up she already bought a baby bed and everything. So cute. Have Portia had her baby yet in real life? I don't think Portia done had the baby yet. Shit, she should be about done now. I don't think she had the baby. I don't feel like going to Instagram and checking. But I don't think she had the baby yet. I don't think so. Y'all tell me in the comment section if she had. So I can go check out the baby. Kenya's baby is so beautiful. Little Brooklyn Doris Daly. Gorge. Pretty baby, I tell you. God bless you, Kenya Moore. You ended up having the last laugh. You have a real relationship, a real marriage, and a real baby. That's much difference how you came on the show, sis, I tell you. But unfortunately, the way that Kenya did come on the show, she will always have people that dislike her because she did kind of come on the show, like a bulldog. But congratulations to Kenya Moore. I would definitely like to see Kenya Moore back next season. And you might as well bring Phaedra on back too. Why not? I don't care to have Sheree back or Kim Zolciak back ever. But yeah. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so the ladies, they get, they get to the, airport and everything. Portia walks up, she gives Candy a hug, real cordial, and Candy was just like, oh well, let's just be fake or whatever. It's just like, well, what do you expect for people to do, Candy? I mean, y'all work together, y'all film together, y'all are gonna see each other. Like, am I just supposed to walk up and punch you in the face every time I see you? No. Just like, hey girl, hey. Hell, might as well. So yeah, they're talking about the whole thing. Something happened with Marlow's bags as to why none of Marlow's luggage made it. I guess it was too much stuff that she had and it weighed too much or whatever. So they wouldn't let her take her stuff. So Marlow literally got to Tokyo, Japan with barely anything. None of her drawers, child. I was just like, ooh, I would imagine how I would have been pissed off for sure if that would have happened. But also Marlow, like, come on, sis. Like, you ain't know, sis. Like, come on. Marlow's just always trying to be the fashion diva and all that. And being a diva costs, darling. You ain't got your own planes and jets and things, darling, where you can put whatever you want to on it, sis. You can't have your luggage fly on a separate plane or on a separate jet, sis. All y'all on there together. And you just like bringing all this stuff. It's just like, God, what's wrong? So anyway, I was like, Lord, I felt bad for her. So all the ladies, I believe they get to the hotel. They sit down having a meeting. And Eva wanted to bring up the elephant in the room. She wanted to confront Portia because Eva was feeling some kind of way that Portia called her out in front of everybody. Portia was just like, well, girl, I mean, I think sometimes you be forgetting your shade. I mean, you did indeed say it. So it's like, I mean, I'm real light and fun and airy too, but I mean, sis, you did say, I don't know, like, don't do that. I'm not messy or nothing, but you need to claim your shade. Claim your shade. Which is, I guess, true. In a sense, it is true. But Eva was just feeling, some kind of way about that. What else happened? Cynthia brought up that Marlow had issues with Eva. Marlow said that she does have issues with Eva. She said that I heard that she's been talking about me like a cat. Eva was like, what does that mean? And that was like less than a dog. I screamed. Said, and Marlow was just like, and this is the same person that be calling me and talking to me and all that kind of stuff. And, it's like, who are you really, sis? And Eva was just like, child, I can't believe we're having this conversation. Believe it, Eva. Petty, yes. But, I mean, it is what it is. If you said it, just say that you said it, child, and call it a day. It was just like, girl, it was a mess. So Portia, she gets up and takes Nene off to a separate room. And Portia wanted to tell Nene that this is when she's going to tell all the girls that she's pregnant. She already told some of the girls, but she's going to tell the entire cast that she's pregnant. And she asked the ladies over there how to say I'm pregnant in Japanese. And I believe it's Ning Xing Shu. I believe. Ning Xing Shu. So Nene went out there with the Kong, the bong thing, and the symbol. What y'all call it? Not that cultured, y'all. I'm working on it. I think I got it right. But Nene came out there, bamming the thing, and Portia was just like, okay, I want y'all to repeat after me. Ning Xing Shu. And the ladies repeated it. Ning Xing Shu. And so then it was just like, well, what does that mean? She was just like, I'm pregnant. And it was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Shamara said she knew it. Cynthia said, sis, she busting out the front, the back, the sides, everything. So there's only so long that you can hide a pregnancy. And, so all the girls was happy about it. Candy said that, she is happy that Portia is finally going to be a mother. And, it was cute. Let's see. So the girls, it's the next day. Eva wakes up with sad news about her grandpa, her mother's dad. Her mom ended up calling her and telling her the news that I believe he had a heart attack, and they wasn't thinking that he was going to make it. I don't know if he's still with us. I don't want to speak. I don't want to say that he's not, and I don't know for sure. But just God bless you, Eva, and God bless your family with that. Losing somebody that's very close to you is never easy, and you're never going to get over it ever in life. But each day, it will get better, and you just keep going. That's what Black folks been doing for years, child. Just keep going, keep pushing, keep striving through. Yeah, you're gonna be all right. Anybody, losing anybody, it's terrible. She went over to Candy's room to talk to her. She knew that Candy doesn't drink, and so she went over there to drink a little bit. And Candy, she lost her brother way back when she was in Escape. I think she said she was 15. She lost her brother, her older brother, I believe. And so, she says ever since then, she's kind of become numb to death. And, just realize that it's just people's time, and none of us can explain why things happen, and why they happen, how they happen. Sometimes they just happen. So, God bless you, Eva. Hope you're alright, my love. Okay, so Tanya, she had got a tour guide for the peoples. And one thing that the tour guide said was that if you're late, now we got to be ready at 11 o'clock a.m. If you're late, there's going to be a personal disrespect to me. So y'all need to be early and on time. It was just like, okay, we get it. And just being late in the culture, Japanese culture is seen as, disrespectful, etc. So, we get to the next day. The lady outside with the tour bus. So, we have Tanya and Eva, the hostess. They arrived first. The classy base. Then, we have Cynthia and Portia. They arrived. These 4 women are still on time. So then Candy came just right before she was late. So, those 5 women are on time. Now we start to get into the late heifers. When Nethia Leaks walked up late, Eva said she thought it was a white woman. I screamed. Eva, I think you're right. When Nethia Leaks walked up at 11:34, the lady was getting ready to pull off. They convinced the lady to stay, please. Nene, 11:34. Then, about 11:47 or something like that, here comes Shamari. Now, Shamari, why is you late? Was you practicing? Was you booming like an 808? Was you practicing, Shamari? What was you doing late, girl? Child. Shamari was having phone sex with Ronnie and lost track of time, child. All of them to the wee hours of the morning, child. That's what happened. She looked cute, though. But who was the latest, of course, was Miss Marlow Hampton. The one without the peach. The one with all the complaints. Just the one with all the issues. They got the most to say, but offer the least. Give us the least, darling. My God. Marlo's upset she didn't have her bags and stuff, which I do understand. Not having your bags. That's one of the most irritating things in the world. I tell you. She was just like, I'm disappointed in y'all girls. Did nobody check on me? Did nobody see if I was alright, if I needed a pair of drawers, deodorant? Nene was just like, child, I checked on you, whoop to whoop. It was a mess. But before that, when Eva and Tanya was outside waiting for everybody to come in onto the tour bus, Candy revealed to the girls that she said that Eva just lost her grandfather. And, it was just like, oh my gosh, that's sad. And Portia was just like, I'm going to let everything go with Eva today, because, she's going through something. Don't you know Lanethia Boom Boom Leaks used this opportunity, but Lanethia Monique Leaks used this opportunity to take away them talking about Eva's grandfather, to bring up some stuff that's going on with her and Greg. Apparently her and Greg had some kind of petty fight or something. And I'm just like, Really? Lanithia Monique Leaks? Or whatever your middle name is? I was like, ooh, girl, she's something else. So all the ladies arrive. They get there. They show. They take the girls to the temple first. And, it's like worshiping temple, praying temple. They have fortunes and all that. All the ladies read some of their fortunes. Eva read a fortune that reminded her of her grandfather. Candy read a fortune saying that she gonna be richer. Who else read for it? Everybody had pretty good fortunes. They were talking about themselves. Okay, so the ladies sat down for another little eatery moment. Candy was hungry as hell. She was over it. So that food they was eating, it really did look little drabs here, little drabs there. Wasn't no full plates or nothing, but that's how they eat, child. So you gotta adjust to the customs. But I definitely would try to bring some snacks or some on the road. But they weren't on the road, was they, Chase? They was on a plane. Damn. Okay, so let's see. They started grilling Tanya on whether or not she's married or not. Tanya was just like, no, I'm not legally married, but we are life partners. We are spiritually together. The same shit that Yandy and Mendices is on Love Hip Hop New York. They're spiritually together. There's no paperwork. They're spiritually together. That means more. The closest that you can get to a person, with a person, is through sex and through a spiritual connection. So I guess the spiritual connection don't mean anything. I mean, I guess the spiritual connection means more than the actual marriage license. I guess. I don't know. Texas moments. I don't know. So, I thought that was beautiful. I was like, okay, Tanya, whatever. So somehow or another, child, Lanithia Leaks and Tanya got into it. Nene said something like, when Tanya was just like, well, that's my husband forever and a day. And Nene said something like, you need to watch that forever and a day. Basically, throwing doubts in her head, saying you might not want to say that. Tanya was just like, well, Nene, you said something smart earlier about me and my marriage, making comments and stuff like that. I just don't know where they're coming from. Nene was just like, child, I believe in everybody's marriage. I've been married for 20 plus years. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about, but just, child, just stop talking about it because I really don't give a damn. Just being real, excuse me, just being real nasty and hateful. And I was just like, Lanithia, where is that coming from? Lanithia can be so hateful and nasty and rude and big and moose-like. Ooh, just nasty. She was so nasty to that girl. It came from nowhere. But I'm glad that Tanya stood up to her because I'm sure Nene been saying smart stuff to her and Tanya because she wants to be her friend or, because maybe she really liked Nene. She has been letting it slide. But Tanya had enough of Lanithia Leaks. They was going back and forth. Nene was just like, you better be quiet because I really don't give a damn. Nene was just going harder and harder. It was just so weird and awkward to watch. I'm just like, Nene, you brought this woman to the show. Like, how are you turning on her now? You brought her to the show. We was introduced to Tanya through you for Tanya being a shopper at your cheap ass, bargain ass clothing store. So it's just like, it was the weirdest thing. It was weird. It was uncalled for. It was just, wow. When Nene's jealous of somebody, you can really tell it. You can really tell it for sure. I was just like, wow. I mean, there's nothing else that I can say about it. What else could it be? Why be hateful for no reason? I don't understand it. I don't know. But they're going to continue the argument next week, child. Next week, Nene going to walk off. She going to get a taxi. The people calling Nene. She ain't going to answer the phones. Marlow and Eva going to get into it again, child. Marlow going to tell Eva to stay in the child's place. And Eva gonna say, I got 2 kids, and Marlow gonna say, you got 2 kids by 2 different men. And I was just like, ooh, it's getting ugly. As y'all know, on these shows, when they go on these trips, they have this much fun with this much drama. I don't know. I won't put myself through the headache, but they got to, child. Contracts. But that said, Mr. Chalaki, Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's Kings World on Instagram and Twitter at It's Kings World 89 on Snapchat. Chase King was here on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. I love you guys so much. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see y'all later, child. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm.